Do you have a weekly schedule or a monthly schedule? It was one of those things that I'd kind of, anytime you read up on how to be more productive or more efficient or, improve your efficiency levels, was that thing of make a schedule and stick to it. And I always understood the idea of it, so I kind of swept it under the carpet and went, yeah, I get all that, like, I understand that. But I didn't actually do it. Till a couple of months back, I really started, actually putting down and scheduling my time. And this did two things for me. It actually made me aware of how I was spending my time. And it also made me aware of how little downtime I actually had in my week. So it meant that anytime I had an extra hour or some spare time that I hadn't booked in for anything, that I actually used that time for extra personal development, reading books, or doing more work. And shall we say, over the months, I was just getting tired, if you like. And that I was getting a lot done since I started scheduling things. But then over the last little while now, I've really noticed that I've started putting in like down days or time during the week where I'm actually not doing anything else, nothing work related or nothing completely like physical activity, if you like. Because normally before I would have said like, well, a down hour was going for a run for an hour, or it was doing extra work, or it was personal development. Whereas now I'm starting to see that it's if you don't actually book in your downtime as a separate time, that you don't spend working out, you don't spend physically exhausting yourself, you don't spend mentally draining yourself. That it's actually time that you have to just be there, be present, and just enjoy whatever it is you're doing. But to make sure that that's not work related. And there's actually that time, whether it be you go to bed an hour earlier and get that sleep in, or whether you just book in at a time and you read a fiction book, or you go and spend some time with friends or family or people you care about, you go on a walk, and you reconnect with people, or you go for a swim or whatever it is, that once you actually put that time in there, I always looked at that time as non-productive time, whereas I hadn't actually given that time any credit, because that time is really important. Because if you don't put that time in there, it means all the other time that you're doing, all the other work that you're doing, you're just getting tireder and tireder as it goes along. And you're not actually putting in any time there to recharge and re-energize and to kind of just instill that willpower and the energy and the excitement of whatever it is you're trying to build and whatever it is you're trying to do. And if you don't actually, if you just get to that point where you're just working 24/7, you'll hit burnout at some point. And sometimes for some of us, it takes actually hitting that burnout point to realise that maybe this isn't the best way to go. But that I just wanted to really just kind of make that point to anyone here today, just say, are you scheduling in your downtime? Like, have you got a day off during the week? Whatever day it is. Or have you got a couple of hours off every couple of days, or an hour? Just an hour for yourself. It means you're not doing other stuff. It means you're actually taking that time, doing something you enjoy, something that takes your mind off all those other things. Because if you don't have that time in there, and you don't have that time in there to look after yourself, some people go and get a massage, some people will watch a movie, some people will go for a walk, whatever it is that gets your mind off things, that you can become fully immersed in, that you're not thinking about those other things that you should be doing, that's the really important time. Because it means that you will be rested and you will take some time off. And often it's during that time I find that great ideas just pop into my head, because I'm not trying to force it and I'm not tired. So don't make the same mistakes that I made. Actually plan in your downtime and stick to it. I'm not saying don't put in the work. What I'm saying here, you need to make sure you have other time in there that you do something for you. I'd always thought that selfish was a bad word, because it meant you were looking after anybody else. But I did the complete opposite, which meant I looked after everybody else and I wasn't looking after myself. So you need to get a little bit selfish. It's not a bad word. It actually means you're taking time, you're spending it on yourself. Because once you keep yourself balanced and in good form and relaxed, you will be much more productive, much more efficient. So that's it for today, guys. Schedule your time in, but schedule your downtime in there as well.